I tell you what you love. Love what you do. Do what you love.
What up? 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 Yeah, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about communication. I realize sometimes I mix this up with the InkyMann show and I try to intro the theme. I ain't got to do that. This is my diary, so to speak. Communication. I had a job a long time ago. It was it was a back-to-back job. I was in sales. I was in telephone sales, telemarketing, if you will. And the thing about that job was the supervisor of the job did not like telemarketers. He felt that telemarketers call you, they pitch something, they don't listen to you, they just keep on pitching, and they just have a script that they run through, and they just say the same thing over and over to the same people like it's just not a treadmill, but assembly line. And he referred to us as professional communicators. And what he meant by that was that people don't listen to one another. I'm sorry. Like somebody probably heard me say that, whereas other people probably did not hear me say that. People don't listen to one another. Sometimes you say something to somebody and they say something else. I really wish I can come up with an example. Right now my mind is just all over the place. But sometimes you find yourself and you're saying something to somebody and they didn't hear what you said, but they just gave you a generic answer. Usually in salutations, hey, how you doing? Hello, that kind of thing. You usually, all right, hey, how you doing? I'm fine, how are you? And then the person don't say nothing. Or you say, hey, good morning. How's everything going? Good morning. You're not listening. One of those people is not listening. You understand what I mean? And so with professional communication, when we would call people, what we were doing was setting up appointments to meet with them. When we would call people, he coached us to listen to what they were saying. Keep your mouth closed. Let them say what they had to say, and then you rebut what they had to say. When it came down to the sales pitch and trying to get whatever was said to be conveyed, if they had something to say back, if you listened, you can overcome it, because most people would have the same things that they had to say back. Pay attention to what I'm saying right here. For example, you say good morning to somebody or hey, how you doing? See what they say, then respond, and then see what they say. If you do that all day, see how many people say the same damn thing. I pride myself on not saying the exact same thing to the same people or to anyone. If it falls into place like that, okay, it does. But I will say good morning to someone. They say, how you doing? I say, hey, great. How are you doing? That's how I follow up. Some will say, hey, thanks for asking. Fine. Some will say, and I don't get that. So now, with that point being proven, the one thing I don't like, one of my hugest, if that's a word, pet peeves is when I listen to you and you're not listening to me. You have a question, I have an answer, and as I'm giving you the answer, you're not letting me answer. Instead, if I have maybe 10 words, I'm saying the first 3, and you jump in and say, no, that's not what I mean. Shut up. Let me say the entire thought. I used to say to somebody, actually a couple people, if you just let me finish the thought, I can guarantee you would know the answer. And we just don't do that. I don't know where that communication breakdown comes in. I don't know what's up with that, but it is something that pisses me off. Oh, I don't like people that don't communicate. You know what I mean? Communication is not just a woman's sport. It's human race. If I'm talking to you and you're talking to me, we should be listening to what the other person has to say. Not one-upping them unless your one-up is consistent with what they said. Not tearing whatever you have to say apart, but you didn't listen to the whole thing. Listen. There's a reason you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Y'all ever heard that saying before? There's a reason you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen. I guarantee you if you do that, A, you'll get what you want in life. You'll progress in life. And you will... That's it. No, there is nothing else. There is nothing else. You'll get what you want in life. You'll progress in life. Because you will have learned something every single day if you listen. You don't know it all. I don't know it all. I know a lot, but I don't know it all. And every day I seek to learn something new because it's progression. And I can't really deal with people who are not about progression, being comfortable, especially if you're comfortable with mediocrity. And let me be clear on that. When you claim that you're living a life of mediocrity based off the examples that you give to explain how you're living off mediocrity, and you're cool with that, I can't fuck with you. Excuse my French and my Spanish and my Portuguese. I can't fuck with you because my life is this. And all you're doing is just stopping me from that. When I take the time to listen to your bullshit, when I take the time to listen to the same shit from you over and over again, when I take the time and I ain't never met you before, but based off what you saying, I can tell you ain't about anything. You just want to stay in the same place. You're cool where you at. I can't deal with you on that shit. I'll listen to your stories. Might amuse me. But don't expect a long conversation from me. I want to progress in life. And at 44 years old, when I talk to people, they think I'm young. Why? Because I have a wild-eyed look at the world. I try to experience everything. And with experiencing everything, I may not be the best-looking guy, but I'm not a bad-looking guy for 44 years old. I'm a person that thinks. I'm a person who can communicate. I'm a person who's laid back because I've taken experiences, I've dealt with them, I've learned from mistakes, I've sought out mistakes so that I don't have to go through them again. And I really wish everybody else was on that same page. I really do. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. Y'all be good, man. Y'all be good. But I hope you heard what I said.